Good morning. I am P.L. Subramanian, Chartered Accountant. I am going to explain old income tax rate versus new income tax rate. New scheme versus old scheme. That is for individual HUFs. I am not going to discuss about the company and all that. I am not discussing. Then one very important thing to note that assessment year 21-22. That means financial year 1/4/2000 to 31/3/21. 21. So whatever that year is over, for that it is not applicable. It is applicable for the financial year 1/4/2000 to 31/3/2021. 2021. So some of you may ask, why should we bother about it at present? This about the new rate, old rate, we will decide when we are going to file the return. No. So you have to, the persons who are employed and all that, they have to inform the employer what is the method they are going. He is going to follow that, and accordingly, employer has to deduct the tax at source. That is one requirement. Moreover, even others who are not employed, individual HUF, they have to decide whether they are going for new rate scheme or old rate scheme. Accordingly, they have to decide about the ATC investments, etc. So it is very important. Now itself, we have to take a decisions. Okay, that I have given my contact details. My detail is that PL Subramanian at readip.com and UTIP PL Subramanian. So you can take my mobile number also. Whenever you want to ask any doubt about this or GST and all that, you can call me. It is better that you can write to my email ID. I will reply to you. Okay, you can take my mobile number also, 9962758419. Okay, my YouTube, I have already put some few videos on GST as well as income tax also. That now I will most probably every week or fortnight I will be putting some video, upload some video on the in the YouTube. You can see that it might be related to GST or income tax, etc. Okay, this is that I am author. So you may that what is my credibility, whether I have the right to talk to you about this. I am author of nearly 20 books. I got more than 30 years experience in banking industry and consultancy firm like Deloitte, Grant Thornton and KPMG. I have written nearly 20 books on income tax. Income tax books are TDS, capital gain tax, tax audit, etc., and limited liability partnership. And in indirect tax, I have written from Maharashtra VAT, say Bombay sales tax, Maharashtra VAT, central sales tax, GST, service tax, etc. And that this service tax book was published, 28th edition was published in 2017. In 2017, GST has been introduced. So afterwards, we have not come out with a new edition. If it is required, we may come out with one more edition for the persons who are handling the previous cases, etc., related to service tax as such. So this is. Then, before going to that subject, many of you might not be able to read. Don't bother about it. There will be English version also. It is Tirukkural. Same. Tirukkural is the book written in Tamil, more than 2000 years old. It talks about on virtues, wealth, and love. It is there. It contains 133 chapters, 1330 couplets or poems. Each poem is having only 7 words. the first two line in Tamil, that if you see that, that is a couplet. It is like that 1330 couplets are there. It explains that whatever required for life today also, what is required for prime minister, minister, etc. today, it is explained. Everything it tells about that. It talks about self development, motivation, time management, everything it have. I am going to talk to only that. பொருள் கருவி காலம் இணை இடனொடு ஐந்தும் இடர்தீர இருள் தீர எண்ணிச் செயல். வேண்டிய பொருள், ஏற்ற கருவி, தக்க காலம், மேற்கொண்ட தொழில், உரிய இடம் ஆகிய ஐந்தினையும் மயக்கம் தீர எண்ணிச் செய்ய வேண்டும். What it says that you have to, before doing anything, you should plan it. So what we discussed in management and all that, more or less same thing is still that N is 675. Adhigaram Vinay Sayal, how to do certain things. This is a chapter I have taken. I have not talked about the on virtue and all that. Okay. Now, it is that first four lines are the translation of the Tirukkural. So there it was nearly only 7 words. Here it is nearly 23 words or something like that. Resources, means, action plan, as well as time and place are the 5 factors which need to be considered and cleared before embarking on action. In economics, we talked about the labor, land, and all like that. He talks about that, same more or less that. When you are going to do that, what are the resources available? What the means available? Action, what is I am going to do that? When I am going to do that? In which place I am going to do that? He has to think. Then he has to start the function. So you have to think and decide. Then you have to start any work. That is the thing he says that. Before entering upon action any project, it is essential that financial resources, required instruments, action plans, as well as time and place of action are all analyzed, considered in full detail, cleared systematically of every lingering doubt. Lingering means, say some doubt is that, the doubts have to be cleared, then only we have to enter into take action. Important things like that. It is about the things. So I want to request the persons who don't know the Tamil, please read some of the at least 5-10 Tirukkurals in your mother tongue, if it is possible. If it is not possible, in English. If you read it in your mother tongue, say Telugu or Hindi or Marathi and all that, Gujarati, you will enjoy it more than reading it in English. But people who are not able to get that, it is available in the internet itself all over the world. It is, I think, more than 100 and odd languages it has been translated. Even our Prime Minister is talking about Tirukkural. Well, many places, not only in India, in foreign country also, he talks about it. So I have not started giving Tirukkural here and all that because Prime Minister is talking about it. So I believe that all of us should read select certain Tirukkural and follow that. So it is worth more than reading a motivational book and all that in 500 pages or something like that. Say American books are very good, but I am not saying that that is not good. But this also, that is ours, we can use it. This is obviously the most salutary provision that anyone can stipulate for the effective performance of any type of action. Management experts will agree. So performance is very important for all employees, not only employees, even for the business people and all that, they have to perform. If they do the business, they are not going to achieve it. What is the purpose of that? So performance oriented, this is the thing I wanted to tell you. Now we will go to the subject as such. New versus old tax rates. Section 115 BAC, optional scheme for individual and HUF. So first we have to remember that it is optional scheme. Then moreover, it is for the financial year starting 1st April 2000 to 31st March 2021. It is not for previous year. Assessment year, we call it as 21-22. So this is not for that. We are going to file the return now. For that, it is not applicable. Next year return will. But we have to take steps now itself. Which one we are preparing? lower rate without deduction, exemptions such as standard deductions, etc. Without deduction such as standard deduction, section 80C, housing loan interest, everything is not available. We are going to see that. The salaried people can opt for new scheme or old scheme every year at the time of filing the return. However, they have to give correct information to employer to avoid excessive short deduction. So if you are not, you are telling in the beginning to the employer, you are going to follow the old scheme. He will be recovering according to the higher rate. But in the year end, you decide, no, 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 I am going for that. But he will not be able to refund it because he might have deducted more. That is one possibility. Another possibility, you told that in the beginning, say, I am going for new scheme. He might have deducted less tax. Then year end, you are going to, you are declaring that I am going for old scheme. Then he has to deduct more, but that is not proper. Unless that, moreover, you will have a financial problem of paying higher amount in the year end. So it is better to decide in the beginning itself. Moreover, according to the income tax department itself, the employer has to take a declaration from the employees which scheme they are following. Accordingly, they have to deduct it. A person having business income option to be exercised on or before the due date specified under section 199(31). So what is the difference between employee and business people? Employee can decide at the time of filing the return, but business people have to decide before exercised on or before the due date for specified under section. Once the person has exercised the option, that is about the business options shall be applicable for all subsequent years. However, the option exercised in any year can be withdrawn only once later on. Thereafter, he shall never be eligible exercise option. So it is applicable for business people only. They can decide. They decided. Afterwards, want to change it, they can change it only once. But employees can change it every year. They can choose every year what they prefer it. Okay, what is the old rate, new rate? So this is a old rate, new rate that you can see that or that. But one thing you understand, we have to be keep it in mind. So it is not, the comparison is not at all proper. If you may say that how much you save under new scheme, how much you lose, that is not correct, because it is like comparing apple with orange. See, somebody may say that apple is better, orange is better than that. I like it. That is a different thing. But as far as value is concerned, apple is costlier, orange is cheaper. Okay. So this we cannot compare it. Even though rates and all that we have to understand, but what you are getting in the paper and all that, how much you will save in the news. But without deduction. So you have to do what you have to do that you have to calculate separately what is according to the new scheme, what is the old scheme, then with your deductions, etc. in old scheme, then only you have to compare it whether you are going to pay more or less. Moreover, I will come to that point. Changing very frequently for employed people also, discontinuing the investments, etc. should not advisable. I will come to that point after seeing this. Whatever, what is the deductions are not eligible. Okay, this is the minimum that for that up to 5 lakhs there will be no tax at all. Exemption and deductions which are not eligible is given below. Leave travel concession. Employed persons, if they are getting leave travel concessions, and they have to see how much they are going to lose it because the deduction is not available. House rent allowance not eligible. So employees who are getting house rent allowance, say they should think twice for going for new scheme as such. Exempt prescribed classes C rule for exemptions. So this we will see afterwards. Some of the exemptions are available. Don't think that anything very important things is available, but we will see that afterwards. Then exemption for clubbing minor income. So minor income is clubbed, some small amount, 2,500 or something is available. That is not available. Profit from units in SEZ, that is for the SEZ unit. Standard deduction and proportional tax, it is very, very important. You are not entitled for standard deduction. Now everybody is entitled for standard deduction, employed people, and they will lose that benefit. Interest on housing loan for self-occupied property, so that is not eligible. Interest on loan taken for let out property is allowed. It is very important. Please read once again. The last point, please read and remember it. So that a person might be eligible for 2 lakh or something like that in house rent, that loss, that will not come, because it is a self-occupied property, is not entitled for interest paid on that. New units, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Telangana, West Bengal, that is not eligible. Deposits, that is tea and coffee for river development. Deposit site restoration fund, that is not eligible. Payment to a company to be used for scientific research, it is not eligible. Payment to research association having object of undertaking, not eligible. Payment to national laboratory, etc., not eligible. Expenses on agricultural extension are not eligible. Standard deduction against family pension, that's not eligible. Deduction under chapter are denied, except that contribution national pension fund by the employer, own contribution is not permitted, and deduction for employment of new employees. These are that we are not concerned. Only new pension scheme, national pension scheme paid by the employer is eligible even after implementation of the new scheme. Okay. Prescribed under class eligible for deduction. Any allowance granted to meet the cost of travel on or to on transfer. Don't think that 800 and all that they are mentioning. Say I am employed in Chennai. I go to Bombay and come back. The expenses are 20,000. So that is eligible. It is not that they are giving allowance to me. I am incurring for the company some expenditure, that is allowed. That's nothing more than that. Any allowance, whether granted in tour or for the period of journey in connection with transfer to meet the ordinary daily charges incurred by an employee on account of absence from his normal place of duty. So it is on transfer. If he gets some allowance and all that, to going to new place, he will get it eligible. Any allowance granted to meet the expenditure incurred on conveyance and performance of duties of office or employment of profit, provided that free conveyance is not provided by the employer. Granted to meet expenditure incurred on a helper where such helper is engaged for the performance of the duties of an office or employment of profit. So most probably very senior persons, they get some employees and their company pays, that is eligible. Any allowance granted for encouraging academic research and training pursuits in educational research institutes, that is eligible. Any allowance granted to meet the expenditure incurred on the purchase of maintenance of uniform where during the performance of duty of an office or employment. For the purpose of class A, allowance granted to meet the cost of travel and transfer includes any sum paid in connection with the transfer, packing and transportation of personal effects, and it is on only transfer. Transportation allowance granted to an employee other than an employer approved in section to meet the expenditure for the purpose of commuting between that is for disabled person. Transport allowance granted to an employee who is blind or orthopedically handicapped with disability, it is more 1,600 eligible. Underground allowance 1,800. So these are not, previously the people are getting 800 and all that, not eligible. Okay. Now, before that, one announcement. I have planned to have a, I have planned to conduct training course for goods and services tax practitioners exam. Persons who are not interested to write the exam also can attend this course to learn GST thoroughly and handle GST comfortably as consultant or manager of an organization. Expected to start the first week of November, first or second week of November. Duration 50 plus 5 hours. What is 55 plus 5 hours? 50 hours I will be covering the subject completely. If the exam is not conducted in January, coming January, then if it is 1 or 2 months delayed before exam, I will have a few classes, minimum 5 hours, to revise and tell them what are the important aspects to be considered. So it is not 5 hours, is not it is only minimum, that is one. Then see brochure link in the description. The description box itself, the brochure link is given, you can read it. Say, I want to make it very clear, this is not exam oriented at all. Say, I'm not going to teach 50 hours MCQs or something like that. If I take class for 2 hours, I will explain one particular topic completely. Then next class, 10 minutes, I will revise that whatever you have taken previous class by MCQ. That much importance will be given. And in between, I will tell what is why you got the wrong answer and all that. I'm not going to tell give the answer. I leave it. I'm going to revise it once again within 10 minutes. Whatever I have taken the subject 2 hours the last class, and I will be revising. The persons who are not employed persons also can write this exam, and easily they can get through, and it will be very useful in to progress in their employment also in the same company or in some other. For example, a senior manager, he has completed this and he is going for another company as a senior manager. He has to manage the GST department also. If he knows thoroughly, comfortably, and he will be able to manage, and companies will prefer the accounts people, etc., know something that this is the thing, and they can write the exam. It is up to them. It is to write the exam or not to write the exam. One more thing I will tell you, that every month, if it is going for conducted for 3 months, 1 month, after 1 month, whatever topics covered, one MCQ exam will be conducted. The persons who are not going to write the exam, they can write the exam, but if they think that it is not required, they need not write. But my advice will be that they should write and find out how much they have understood and what are the areas they are not clear, and once again that. And this is not the video lecture will be given, it is online. The participant will not be more than 20, that I don't expect more than 20, and they can use the chat box. They can ask orally also online. So because number of participants are very less, they can interact in the class itself by in the chat box, or through the voice also they can ask the questions, and it will, then they can write email to me, and I will answer them whatever that. They can talk to me, and they can find out, and that when they are not able to understand some point, they can ask in the next class itself, in the beginning itself, or they can call me and they can find out the answer also. Another one, this is that just you can take my contact details. I think you have taken the contact detail. I read my mobile number 9962758419. About this training program, whatever doubts you have it, you can call me, and that I will explain to you, or you can send an email, I will write to you. About that doubts about this particular video or any other video and all that, you can write to me afterwards, getting my because why I'm telling that, in the case of doubt and all that, you have to give complete particulars, then I should answer it. If you call me over the phone, you will give part of the information. I will give the answer that might not be correct because you have not given the complete. So it is better that you put your email. Afterwards, if you want, you can talk to me. I'm not saying that don't call me for to clear the doubts about the subject and all. You can call, but you have to write it and then you call me. That will be better. Okay. Now, new scheme, not eligible for LIC cash voucher scheme. Now, Government of India told that employees can purchase the articles, etc., which carries 12% GST, and they are entitled the LTC benefit. That is for this year only, according to the announcement. This that whatever you are purchasing now, it will be eligible for this financial year. What is 1/4/2000 to 31st March 2000? That is the thing. Individuals who are planning to opt for the existing tax scheme regime, that is old scheme, can avail the benefits of the government's leave travel concession cash voucher scheme. However, if he opts for any concessional tax regime, then he will not be able to take the benefit of the LTC cash voucher scheme unless specifically clarified by the government via an amendment in the law. So amendment may come, but today there is nothing like that. So you have to remember that. So not only that, you have to remember the housing loan interest, standard deduction, ATC benefit, etc. Okay, that is very, very important. Then my advice will be, so because with my experience in banking, corporate, and consultancy and practice, I know that many things. So I am thinking that I will advise you also. Now, assessees not having business income can opt for any one of the provisions every year. Provision every year. Option has to be informed at the time of filing the return in the case of employee, before filing the return in the case of business people. It is advisable to calculate the tax payable every year for both the schemes and choose the beneficial one. Don't carry it away what is reported. New scheme, old scheme, this much benefit is there. That is not, that is calculated without taking into consideration all the deductions you are going to get under old scheme, ATC, interest on housing loan, and standard deduction, etc. Okay. However, according to me, it is advisable to continue to continue to invest in life insurance, provident fund, etc. Salary people should not discontinue the investments even if they opt for the new scheme due to the lesser tax liability. Even they ask, say, after investing, also you compare it in the same new scheme is beneficial for employed people, you can opt for that, but you should not discontinue any of your investments in LIC and all that. Say this scheme without any deduction, lower rate in America and all that, it is okay because they say have the social security, etc. We don't have anything. So persons who are not having a lot of land, building, investments already, they are very rich and they are employed. They may go for, they may not bother about investing in LIC, PPF, PPF, etc. But employed people, they don't have that much. They are very rich. Then they should think about it, discontinuing any benefit. One more thing I want to tell you that now expecting deduction will continue. The old scheme continue forever. Don't commit for very long period. That is a thing, because according to my understanding, within few years, slowly all the exemptions will be removed. So you don't commit for very long period for the taking that. One more thing I will tell you that insurance, you don't take it for as investment. Take it for security purpose only. Investment, you will make more money than in life insurance as such. So that these things you remember it, and accordingly you decide that. Now, I already given my if you have not taken note of my contact details, you can take it. Thank you. If you have any doubt regarding my training as well as on the this particular video or anything related to income tax or GST, etc., you can contact me. I will try to give reply to contact.